I don't know if anyone is aware, but Jason Lee, who is the owner of Hollywood Unlocked and is also on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, is being investigated basically for misappropriating funds. He is currently the vice mayor of Stockton, I think of Stockton basically, in California. But I'm going to show you the article. There's two articles basically, and they are challenging him for spending over $50,000 and saying that he used this as an appearance or something to do with Wild Nuts. I'm going to show both articles. This one, it'll be two different ones from two different dates. The most recent one is the CBS one. So as we can see from here, it says that he misappropriated funds of 50,000 basically, and he addressed it. He clapped back at the haters basically, saying that the public, it was basically 50,000 of public funds. Sorry, they said it was misused because he did something with Wild now, which is very wild in my opinion. It says here that they reported that he didn't get clearance basically for the use of the funds as well. So, for instance, it may have to go through two or three different channels, and he didn't do that all. Then he made a statement here saying when they can't beat you, they start making up lies. If only they knew that the hate made me stronger. Then also it said here a few weeks ago, I got a tip off that there was a conspiracy brewing, and he basically tried to imply that they were trying to get him or out to get him. I do apologize if this article is going fast. You can go on Vibe website for this directly as well though. But he made this long ass speech here. I wish I could pause it, but I can't. But yeah, you're gonna have to pause to read. I'm sorry, let me move my head out of the way. But yeah, he made this long ass speech here trying to imply that, people are trying to get him down because he's now the mayor or the vice mayor, and started saying it's all about the agenda. Then this is a recent article by CBS that was released, I think it was 1 or 2 weeks ago. It said that he declined to answer basically when the basically someone else within Stockholm, Stockton. I keep saying Stockholm, Stockton, basically, California. Yeah, California basically is also investigating him. The woman that is calling him out basically. I thought it would be easier just for me to basically do it like this. So it said questions for transparency and public funding are flooding the Stockton City Council. They and there was a planned special meeting on Thursday evening slated to talk through the vice mayor. Jason Lee wanted to bring up a discussion. Basically, he wanted to bring up the accusation that they made about him misusing funds for the £50,000 and stuff. They said there was a roll call before the meeting started, and 3 out of the 7 showed up. So the special meeting needed to be adjourned for a later date, of course. Then it went on basically to say that the mayor, the council member, another council member, so 3 council members and the mayor basically didn't show up to the meeting. The mayor Lee, Jason Lee as well, another council member did. So 3 of them did for the meeting. It said that I think all of us took an oath to represent the people of the community with integrity, respect, and transparency, and most importantly, accountability, said Vice Mayor Jason Lee. And the fact that we didn't show up for the public speaks volumes. And he's trying to basically say that we should be there for the community, especially if we're advocating for them. The agenda for Thursday's meeting was about Jason Lee basically raising concern of the misuse of funds and alleged unauthorized letter of commitment sent by a former interim city manager to the state of California pledging £823,000 in matching public funds for the behavioral health community infrastructure program, which is BCHIP grant application. As part of the Thursday discussion would be included the letter alleging being sent without city council approval or public discussion, which should have happened. These are very serious concerns involving campaign donors and the commitment of public funds without council approval of the city manager authorizing those that are kind of good ones are. Those are very significant things. Vice Mayor Lee said this is not like voting on what donut shop to go to or whether or not we want to pass on Jack in the Box. Then obviously they asked the mayor for a comment on this as well, and she basically was mentioning that her schedule is very packed and busy and stuff. And she said during our regular scheduled meeting, I clearly stated I was not available. My calendar has had prior engagement for the weeks. Additionally, it is not intention or desire to participate in the vice mayor's constant attempt to bring the focus off. Wait to take the focus off of bettering the life of our residents, reducing crime, homelessness, and bringing more resources to our city to join in his attempt to turn our city into his reality. Because there was another thing as also, they said that he was also having cameras follow him around as well. I will try to find that as well. Sorry. The fact that sorry. She also addressed the accusations that made in the meeting as well, said as we look at different things that happen in our government and not everyone understands it. And the mayor announced 2 days after, obviously, this statement was made that she started looking into Jason Lee basically for accountable for multiple accusations. Obviously, the first one was a £50,000 as well. The other amount was the money that he was planning to donate to certain charities without getting approval as well. It said here that Mr. or Jason Lee, whatever, addressed this on Thursday, saying, I think investigations are necessary and it's an important part of every process to get to the facts. I've never dodged an investigation or an inquiry. So, wow. What I know for sure is whether it's investigation, her investigation, or any investigation, that's always going to be a conclusion of facts. Tonight, though, we robbed the public the opportunity to get their facts because people just bailed on them. And that, to me, is unacceptable, especially when you're committed. The mayor was also hurt by the comments he made towards her during, on social media. She basically said, I will not continue to be disrespected as well, and I will not continue to be undermined. She then also adds, so it won't be continue to be undermined. I will not continue to have my integrity questioned and putting my family, even children, even sexual and racial undertones and overtones put out publicly. I cannot allow I can't allow, wow. Hey, English. I cannot allow that anymore. The focus needs to be on the people of Stockton, each and every one of them, and not about all the political drama unfolding, unfortunately, on social media. Vice Mayor Lee also addressed this on Thursday. He then basically said, I have 8 million followers. I earned 8 million people's trust. I'm not going to apologize for my platform because the same platform that the mayor criticized, the same one she used to get elected. Ooh, it's getting spicy. But basically, they go on to they in this whole CBS article, they never get to the bottom of it as well in regards to what happened with the money. Obviously, that is still being investigated. We don't know how long that will take as well for that whole thing to be investigated. But obviously, they've been having a back and forth for a very long time about him misappropriating funds, him turning his position into like a not a kind of like a reality TV show, because they said that there was cameras there when he did the thing of the Wild and Out. There was cameras filming him like it was a reality TV show and stuff, and they feel like he is not being serious within his role as a vice mayor. And obviously, I don't know the impact Jason Lee has had. I remember when he started running for vice mayor, I was even side eyeing like, "Are you sure it should be him? Are you sure?" Because the way he treats black women as well, I'm thinking, what about black women in your community? How are you treating them? Do you know what I mean?